Welcome to the first ever podcast here at Property Cousin HQ, where we are interviewing the most successful entrepreneurs on the planet, whatever you want to call it. We're doing it here, asking the questions that people want to hear, what it takes to be the best. And today we are going to be interviewing someone pretty amazing, Gaby Conte.
Hi, Dusty. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so here we are with Gaby Conte, the founder, the creator, the entrepreneur extraordinaire of Gaby Conte Designs. She's the girl that has been creating all the best clothing for real estate apparel in just pretty much the whole entire world. I haven't seen anyone create as good of stuff as she does. She makes dresses, shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, laptop bags, pretty much everything that you could think of. So today we're going to interview her and just ask her some of the stuff that makes her so great.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am. I don't know what the questions are, so I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll go with the flow.
Okay. But before we get into the questions, first I want to ask her to just tell us a little bit about herself, who she is, and just who is Gaby?
Well, Gaby is a realtor. She's been a real estate agent for almost 7 years now, and that's actually where this concept came about. Him and I were partnering up because your business partner, decided to leave the business, and so at that time in my life I was actually venturing out into doing my own clothing company, and I was sending stuff to influencers. So this whole concept came about because I started helping him out with real estate full-time again, and just kind of came up with this whole t-shirt thing. I started off with t-shirts, and it was just for him and I, and then it just kind of took off from there.
It did. It just blew up and went crazy out of everywhere. It's only been about a year that you've been doing this, right?
The end of April will be exactly a year, April 26th.
So 11 months.
Yeah.
So 11 months she's gone from here. Look, I'm touching the floor because that's where it was, the bottom, all the way up to, my ceiling doesn't even go that high because this business is just blown up for her. It's just skyrocketing and everything. So I want to ask you some questions of what it took to get there, where you are today, all this stuff that really just made you who you are. And the first question is, how many hours a day would you say that you work?
A lot. If you want to be successful, your first year in business, you have to put in the work. I would say I probably work 14-hour days. I mean, probably
more than that.
More than that. Yeah. I mean, I stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes getting stuff done. So I don't have an assistant. So I am currently handling the entire process of this business. So anything from packaging to shipping to creating and designing and communicating and appearing, going to different office meetings. I do it all by myself. So it takes up a lot of my time, but I'm loving it. So as long as you're doing something that you love, it doesn't really matter how many hours a day you work. And just remember, when you first start a business, put in the work. It's going to take a while for it to take off. It's not going to happen overnight unless you go viral, obviously. But take the time, put in the work, sacrifice a lot of things that you are used to doing on the weekends, and spending time with certain people. You're going to have to know that you're not going to be able to do that for a while.
Yeah, becoming a successful entrepreneur pretty much takes up all your time from morning to night.
Right.
Waking up to falling asleep, dreaming about it, everything that you could think of.
You live, eat, breathe this business, your business that you're creating. You have to do that in order to be successful.
I understand. That's exactly what needs to be done. So in that 14 hours a day that you're working, what would you say is a typical day look like? What do you do in a day? I know you just briefly got into it, but what's the first thing you do in the morning?
It kind of depends. Every day is so different from one another. But if I have a meeting that I need to go to, I wake up about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I wake up, I check my emails. Actually, before all that, I should say, I meditate, and I kind of do this chant to myself, which is kind of silly, but I wake up every morning and I say, gotta make that money, honey, gotta make that money. And it kind of puts me in such a good mood. And even if I had a bad day the day before, it kind of gets me in this mood to succeed for some reason. And so as long as you have whatever it is, so that's how I start off my day. I meditate and I chant, maybe do a little bit of workout. I have my coffee, and I hang out with my pets. I have a cat and a dog at home. So I do that all before probably 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And then about 9 o'clock, or depending what type of meeting it is, how far it is, I either leave my house at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning to an office meeting. I'm there till probably about 12:30. And then I get back, either if I'm working from home or I'm going to the office, I go to either one, and then I start working on orders and stuff like that every single day. So I work on my orders for a few hours, probably till about 3 o'clock, and then I do take a little break for myself to eat a little something, because sometimes I do go, and it's not good, guys, but I do go a long time without eating anything.
But you're usually working still while you're eating though, right?
Yes, I still work, but I need to start taking more time off for myself a little bit to eat. But yeah, no, I do still work. And so everything is online for me. So basically, I do customer service. So anything that takes up my time from like 3 to like late at night, whether I'm designing, a lot of people reach out to me to do custom designs, that's what I do in between from like 3 to like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Okay, so pretty much busy all day long, working on the business, handling problems, handling new designs, new orders,
right,
taking just everything that you could think of. Okay, so like you said, this takes up all your time. Has it affected your personal life at all?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Can you tell us more about that?
Well, we're in a relationship, so this isn't awkward. But no, yeah, no. I think we both, people understand, as long as you have that communication with your partner. I think they understand fully that this is what you need to sacrifice is time, and so to ultimately get to where you want to be in life. So I have goals for myself. I know that by the time I'm 40 or 38, between 38 and 40, I want to be building my 10,000 square foot house in Newport Coast behind the second gate in Crystal Cove overlooking the ocean. So in order for me to get there, I need to be doing this. And so we're going to be sharing that life together, and he feels the same way, so it's very understanding. He works a lot too. He's a real estate agent, guys, in Los Angeles. So if you ever need, or not Los Angeles, Orange County. Both. But he loves the ocean. So yeah, I think that we both understand that, and my family understands that. And it's not like I don't do anything at all, but there's a lot of stuff that I do miss, such as birthday parties, dinners.
The video got cut off, so this might just be like a little weird jump right here. But you were saying what motivates you, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are cheering you on, but there's also haters out there who are trying to tear you down. I have the same thing in my business. There's always someone who's just trying to be like, oh no, that guy is, there's always something. Yeah. But for me, I know that the haters makes me, or the people who are like, jealous or whatever they want to say, whatever you want to call them, that makes me want to do it even more.
Right.
Because I want to go against everything they say and just be better just because of that.
Absolutely.
And same thing for you?
The no's fuel my fire inside of me. I always say that, like, there's a fire in my soul that gets fueled by the no's. So if people give me an attitude, I don't want to say any names or anything, but like, a lot of my business started off very locally, and I did have to reach out to a lot of people to get my business into other offices in Southern California. And I've had people blow me off. I've had people give me an attitude. I've had people say how busy they were. Well, we're all busy, and I think that there needs to be like a respect issue there, because one day I might have a listing that she might want to write an offer on. So I think that, we all need to respect each other. And I think the no's fuel my fire. So the rejection part of it keeps me really like wanting to prove stuff to people. Like, it makes me want to prove people wrong. And that really helps me a lot.
Yep, I get it. Exactly. Yeah. So with all that rejection and positive, everything about everything, how do you manage to come up with more ideas, new designs, just all the time? Because you come up with new stuff pretty much every week, a new shirt, a new design on the shirt, just a new product that's not even available but anyone else offers. How do you come up with that?
It just kind of organically, honestly, happened. I remember when it first happened, and we were sitting here talking about it, and I was selling it. The business started off with just t-shirts. We still have those same designs, basically. They're exactly the same designs we started off with a year ago. We still have those. And I remember thinking, I want to add bags. And it was kind of like, no, that might be too much. But then I just went for it. And then I wanted to do leggings for people who worked out. And I wanted to do tank tops. And it just kind of started like little by little happening, because I had this vision for for an entire clothing line, but it organically happened on its own when it was the right time. And it just was like this internal knowing, like I had this feeling inside of me of knowing when to put out the product, and I still do. Like I know, like, okay, well, this, let's add something fun now. It's just kind of like it comes naturally to me. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I get it, but any of those feelings, do you think it could have resulted from fear of something else? Like, did anything scare you? What scares you in this business that makes you move forward?
Competition, of course. Yeah. I know when you start succeeding and popularity happens on social media and stuff like that, people are obviously going to try to recreate something that you've already started. And I get a lot of questions about that. People come up to me all the time and say, how can I start this business in my area? And I'm like,
Yeah. It's not something, you want to help them out, you want to give advice, but you also don't want the competition at the same time.
Right.
But in every industry, I see that there's competition in some sort of way. So you just have to keep, close your eyes and just keep going forward, right?
Yeah, I think put your blinders up. If everybody has competition. There's so many realtors out there. There's so many people, but at the end of the day, people are very loyal to the people that they really like and trust. And then the other thing is always be one step ahead of the game. Know like what else to put out there next. And so for me, I just have that feeling of like, okay, now it's time for me to put out a new design, or it's now time to put out a really nice, pretty black dress that's going to be super sophisticated and, can easily be dressed up or dressed down. So like I have that feeling within me of knowing when it's time to do that.
And from all those feelings, is there something that made you think like, I'm successful now? What was the defining moment that you were thinking, I'm a success?
I remember the first big event we did was Quarterly Awards, which was at the end of April last year.
When you first started?
When I first started. I had just done an office meeting here. It was when I first realized, okay, well, I have this product, let me reach out to my office manager. And then we did an office meeting and it did really, really well. And then I did the Quarterly Awards, which is something we have every quarter, and there's about 150 to 200 agents there.
Something like that, yep.
Every quarter. And I remember thinking, oh my God, I don't know how people are going to respond to this. And then it was literally the busiest booth there, and everyone was talking about it.
Been the busiest booth at anything that we've ever done?
Have I not?
No, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
It's usually always the busiest thing. She always feels like no one's going to come. Is anyone going to come?
I have that
We're going to like my stuff,
and
which goes back to that fear stuff. But usually, what it turns out is, it's always the busiest booth, and you usually sell out. You don't have enough.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of strange how that works, because you always, I think, as a business owner, have like a little bit of fear inside of you because you want people to love your product as much as you do. And so I have to keep reminding myself sometimes they do love it. And obviously you're right. I am the busiest booth I am.
What would you say is your favorite part of that? Would it be like being so successful and having everyone come to you, or the fans and people telling you I love your stuff, people sharing stuff? What is your absolute favorite part of being?
All of it. I love obviously meeting all the agents. You guys all inspire me, by the way, too, and inspire the products. And I have people who personally come out to me and say beautiful things to me that inspires me every day. So I think meeting the people, obviously that rush that I get every time we do a big event like that, the swarm of people, I love it. I love it.
Yep. Okay. So I have a couple more questions for you. We're almost done. And I know that you love everything about it, but there had to be like one thing that was the most satisfying feeling that you just accomplished something. What was that one thing that you just felt like, wow, that was great?
One of the best days in my career for this past year was meeting Gino. And
and for the people who don't know who Gino is, who is that?
He's the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, right?
Yep.
Yes.
The top dog?
Yeah, I think he is it Home Services of America now? He just got promoted even more. So he's, I think, higher than when I actually met him. But when I met him, he was a CEO already, but just at a different position of a CEO.
He was one of your first customers at your first event, right?
No, it was actually last July. So it was the second one we had done here. He was a speaker at our Quarterly Awards, and it was in July. So it was 3 months after my first Quarterly Awards. I met Gino, and I just
blew it from there.
Yeah, and I'm just so blessed. I feel very blessed. And that was actually and I was able to thank him in Vegas when I was there for the convention.
Yeah, it was quite an experience.
I loved it. Mm-hmm.
So I know you have some more questions coming to you, but I'll just, from Instagram, a lot of people ask you questions, but I picked the top 2 that I think that would be most you. Okay? One of them is personal. One of them is more for your business.
Okay.
So the personal one is, one of your people asked, what is your favorite wine? Because you're Italian, so you obviously like wine.
Well, I used to love like a good dark Merlot, like a dark wine, red wine. But now I'm more like, that was even when I was younger. But now I like more of like the white wines. I like fruity wines, like a Moscato, even like really sweet. So if I'm like with my girlfriends, it's a good Moscato. I love a Prosecco, which is a sparkling wine. I would say Prosecco right now is my favorite type of wine.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I don't know anything about wine. I don't drink, but when I do,
you got me a Chardonnay the other day.
I'm just kidding. What?
You got me a Chardonnay the other day.
I forgot. Okay.
Remember?
Yeah. So with that wine said, and now let's get back to the business. The final question that people want to know is, you are big in social media for your clothing company, right? Mm-hmm. You are designing a lot for Berkshire Hathaway, some of these clothes here. Can I show this to the camera?
Yes, I want to talk about this because this is actually my newest piece. And let me tell you something, guys. We're not outsourcing any of our production at all. Everything is U.S. made, Los Angeles. Well, it's based out of Los Angeles. My company is based out of Los Angeles. So this is all organic cotton. It's good for you. It's so soft.
It says on here, world's finest.
It's world's finest.
That's what it is?
It is.
Okay, world's finest. So I'm gonna open this up, and it feels really soft. My shirt feels really rough compared to this. It's like different. Super soft. This is really soft too. So
this
really
one's
soft.
even better than this one, I would say. This one's buttery.
Yep. Mm-hmm. This feels like soft cocoa butter.
I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up. This is the newest design, right?
This is the newest design.
What you're wearing too, that's also new.
I'll stand up after. Okay. I think this one deserves its own moment.
So this new design, here it is. Now that's nice. Home Sweet Sold. Now that, what was the inspiration behind this? Why did you?
Somebody actually inspired me to do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
She actually DM'd me and goes, okay, I don't even know what to say. She went to a different company actually, and she's from the East Coast, and she is very loyal to me, and I really appreciate it. I don't know if she wants her name said on camera, so I'm not gonna say it, but she actually reached out to me with this concept, and so we did it. And we actually I decided to go with like the metallic gold on it because I wanted something that was more feminine and really fun and, just different from what I do.
But you offer clothes for men as well too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I was like, are you wearing it? You normally wear it.
Today's usually the day that I don't wear it, on Mondays.
Mondays, okay.
But every other day, I usually wear it all the time. And so go on about this inspiration for this. So if someone inspired you from Instagram?
Instagram, yeah. So she's a customer of mine. And she actually is not with Berkshire Hathaway anymore, but she still comes to me to purchase stuff. And so, yeah, that's where this came from. And the metallic gold was kind of my idea on like my take on it, because I wanted to do something a little bit more fun. And I don't think the camera picks up on the actual like shimmer that's in the gold. So I don't know if the camera will, if you could, I don't know, you tell me.
Do you see that shimmer?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is a really nice piece. I think this is one of your best design, if not the best look that you've done so far. Mm-hmm. But back to the final question. Why don't you design for other companies?
Oh gosh, okay. I do design for other companies. It's a huge, it's not easy, number one. It's very time consuming for me to create designs, and I do create designs if there is a minimum order of 10 pieces for a different company. It could be anything. It could be anywhere from like a polo to a t-shirt to leggings to anything.
Sweaters, hoodies.
Mix
and match.
Yes, because I do everything from start to finish myself. As far as like designing, I allow you to edit, tell me what you like, what you don't like from it, and then so that's time consuming in and of itself. Then we create a template, we have to burn the template, we have to screen print the items. So yeah, everything is done by me. So I do require a minimum of 10 pieces.
Now,
But I would love to start.
but someday, someone who may not want 10 pieces, will they maybe one day be able to buy just one from you in the future that you expand to another company, or are you strictly Berkshire Hathaway?
No, I definitely want to expand.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the next step is to find a new company to expand into.
Right, yeah, I would love to. I mean, I'm already doing Compass. A lot of Compass agents and, have come to me, so
Okay,
yeah.
got it. So those are pretty much all the questions that I have.
Okay.
Is there something that you want to leave with them?
Yes, I want to thank you guys all. I know convention was extremely busy for me. I had a line wrapped around, I don't know how far back it was, but I do apologize for the time that you guys all had to wait in line. We were definitely not ready and did not expect that crazy big of a crowd. I mean, we heard that it might be one of the most popular booths there, but we didn't know exactly how crazy busy it was going to be. So I know a lot of you guys wanted to stop by and say hi, and I probably had my head down ringing people up the entire time because we only had a couple of people helping. So I do apologize if I didn't get a chance to say hello to you guys. I would like to say hi to you guys now, and I appreciate all the business and all the support that you guys have all given me this entire year. It's been such an amazing experience for me. I will cherish every moment. I'm just so blessed. I'm so blessed.
It's a tear.
You better not, because I get really emotional very quickly. So
Okay, so that was Gaby Conte,
Yes.
founder of Gaby Conte Designs.
mhm.
If you want to find her on social media, she is on Instagram, big on Instagram, at Gaby_Conte1016. And I'll put the link below. I'll put it everywhere. You'll be able to find it, no problem. She's also on Facebook. You can find her at Gaby Conte Designs. You could maybe even send her a real friend request to her actual page, Gaby Conte.
I do
And-
accept agents. I don't accept other random people, but
Okay,
we'll
if you're a
see.
random person, if you get through, lucky you.
No, probably not.
Okay, but still try. Still try to at least like her page on Facebook, Instagram. Will you be making a YouTube or a Pinterest or something someday?
I want to start doing this every Monday, guys. So if you guys are interested, leave me videos down below, outfit ideas, work outfit ideas of what to wear with my clothing line. We didn't show this.
Okay, show me.
Okay, guys, I don't know if you guys can see. Is this going to be able to show me all?
If you're right here.
So this is the newest design that I have created. It's like a peplum sleeve type dress. It's a little bit of a looser fit, so it's very flattering for all body types. And we wanted to have this part of the luxury line. So all of my luxury line items are just gonna have the BHHS seal on it. It's not gonna have the whole logo, because we wanted to keep it really sophisticated, super clean, and very clean line still. So it is lined. It's a very good quality dress. So it is double lined, and then I paired it with these cute red ankle strap with a bow heels. And I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Okay, so that's been the first episode ever. So make sure to subscribe.
Next time I'm gonna have
like
some
it,
wine.
share it. She's gonna have some wine next time, and just keep.
Can you tell I'm really excited? And
Okay, yeah,
he's
she's
more
not
quiet.
this.
He's more. Well, this is really exciting.
I'm the subtle version of excitement. So this is pure excitement and joy. This little smirk right there. So make sure to like this, share this video, share this. I'm going to turn it into a podcast as well too. So
Yes.
make sure to watch, listen, and just find us, because the links will all be in the description. Thanks.
Yay, excited. Thank you, guys.